Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the ready. 50. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Ready, go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A big play there out of Kamara. 72 yards. Well, a nice little sprint there. I guess if you're the defense, the only thing you hold on to, you got him out of bounds, but it's first and goal.
And that's all you can hold on to, because they didn't hold on to him very well on that run. He gives them first and goal, as you outlined, with a big-time play.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Delta.
Running it with Armstead. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? March forward. No game on this defense. No game.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. From the gun, Blake. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Set, ready, 15, line, 15 line.
Pick it up, defense, let's go.
Set, go.
Operating from the gun, Blake. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 21, it's second and 10. Second and 10. Jones has it. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Blake. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing.
Little bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Yeah, 30 base, let's go. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. They also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Off play action. Love. And he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
Here we go. Stick the oar.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Blake, open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a Packer first down.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Blake. His throw incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
First down, Green Bay.
Ready, break.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Blake. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
At the 45-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready.
On 2nd down, Kamara pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Love. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 50. Clean. Tight right. Alert, alert. 3 down. Flat.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
No.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw. Love. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
70, Indy.
Let's go, team.
61, matchbox, lights.
Check 99. Check 99. Kill.
Okay, 2.
44's the mark. 44's mark. Check.
On first down, Blake. It's caught here by Adams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Hey, high 7. 2.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jace Sternberger hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Looking to throw. Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Got it. Mike's ball forward. Rip left, rip left. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blake, pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. From the gun, Blake. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing after the interception. Blake. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down,
On 1st and 10, Blake. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd down. Blake, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Blake to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
to throw. Hackett. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It's just taken around the 12. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Ready up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met a
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got Adams on the hookup. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jeremy Sprinkle, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Hackett. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
No. Check 37.
Again, it's Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Or if this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on first down. Blake got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Back now in Jacksonville, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Hackett. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
Let's go.
On first down, Hackett. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hackett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Toss play, Kamara. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. 18 Gators.
Smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Check, check. Fresno. Hey, switch gears.
Shoot.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
Got it.
Mike.
Fair.
Guys, game 6 1. Go.
A give to Kamara running right. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to get to the 31. Enough for the first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Ready.
On first and 10. Hackett out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Hackett. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Well, with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players and somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Come on here. Come get some.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
He's crashing.
Protein spill.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
2nd and 1. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Blake. This complete to Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Throwing on 1st down. Blake, this will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Blake. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Throwing again. Blake. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Here we go.
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, box drop.
2nd and 15. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Blake looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt. It helps out your defense with field position.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Hackett. Throwing left side, it's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hackett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Terry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. The busy night continues for Kamara. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Don't get nervous.
Hey, exit.
2nd and 6. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hackett, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we got time right.
Looking to throw. Hackett. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Here we go. 18 later.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Shoot.
Now Kamara. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This just a 24-yard attempt. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This just a 24-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Jags, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they lose their 9th game on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.